12 different tactics a narcissist will use to gaslight you out of your reality. This video is going to be about the narcissist gaslighting. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support. If you are new to the channel, this channel is about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with throughout your life, how to handle those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to recover from narcissistic abuse. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. So, gaslighting is psychological manipulation. It is a form of emotional abuse. Gaslighting is done to get you to question your thoughts, your feelings, your values, your beliefs, your boundaries, your opinions, and your reality. To get you to question your intentions, your behaviour, so that a narcissist can further their control over you. And a lot of people struggle with self-doubt, questioning and blaming themselves for everything that is wrong within the dynamics of a relationship with a narcissistic parent, boss, child, partner, whoever that narcissist is within their lives, is often the person who's been gaslighted that's left full of doubt, which is the biggest red flag that you are having your reality gaslighted, as well as questioning your own behaviour constantly, wondering if all you do is wrong and ruminating on how you can get things right, apologising to people way too much, pleasing others in the hope that you will get things right for them and not for you as a person. And just no longer feeling yourself, no longer knowing who you are as a person. When it comes to a narcissist gaslighting, whether it's done intentionally or not would depend on the individual narcissist and their level of self-awareness. And when it comes to a narcissist self-awareness, the majority of them sell themselves the story, the belief that whatever they are doing is because of what someone else has done to them. So a narcissist will often not accept responsibility for their own behaviour because they are blaming everybody else for their behaviour. To a narcissist, it is often not their fault. They believe that it is somebody else's wrongdoing, which is why they gaslight with such truth-telling lies, because they convince themselves that their reality is accurate, and they go around psychologically manipulating others into believing the narcissist reality is accurate. It's because it isn't. We're the ones left with the brain fog. We're the ones left confused. We're the ones left full of fear of what a narcissist might do if we step out of line. We are left obligated to helping them so that we please them, and we are often guilt tripped into doing as they want us to do, and then gaslighted into believing that they are right and we are wrong. Narcissists often rationalise their behaviour by blaming those around them. With many, it's just instinct, it's just learned behaviour, that pattern of behaviour works for them and lets them escape accountability for the things that they do, or lets them exploit people and get their own needs met. With some, they possibly think that you think like them, so they're trying to manipulate you first. With others, they know exactly what they're doing and they enjoy watching you going crazy, trying to explain your reality to them. With a narcissist, whatever there is doing, there is some sort of mind game behind it. And whether the narcissist or the narcissists in your life are aware or not, the fact of the matter remains, they lack the empathy to care. They have a willingness to go around and exploit people because they feel entitled to do so. They are arrogant enough to believe that they are special and they should be allowed to do as they please. It is one rule for them and another for you within a narcissist's mind. They don't see themselves as having to play by the rules, but they believe you should play by the rules. So when it comes to a narcissist gaslighting, one of the ways they gaslight your reality is by lying to you. And they can blatantly lie to you. And the more you ask them, the more they will get you going to get your reaction so that they can blame you for their behaviour. Or they will even go as far as saying things to you such as, if you hadn't, I wouldn't. Or they will lie through omission. They will just simply miss out parts of information, not tell you what's actually happening, or they'll tell you a half truth of what they're doing. And then if you were to find out about it and ask them about it, they will say something along the lines of, I knew I couldn't tell you because you can't handle the truth. And it's not because you can't handle the truth, it's because they want to escape any form of consequences for their actions by blaming your reactions. When there wouldn't be any reactions if they could be loyal, respectful, caring, empathetic people. Projection is another one. This is their self-defense mechanism, and it is a mixture of gaslighting and blame shifting, where the narcissist will project their thoughts and feelings on to you. So if you're trying to stick to your truth or stick to a boundary that you've set, and a narcissist will go all out to try and break those boundaries. If you try to stand your ground, a narcissist will come at you and start saying it's not all about you, when in reality what they're thinking is it's all about them and they want to get their needs met. And when they say, why do you have to make everything so difficult, you're not actually making things so difficult, but to the narcissist, because they can't have their own way, you're making things difficult to the narcissist, when in reality it's the narcissist that makes things difficult because they refuse to compromise. They refuse to see other people's points of view. They might pretend to meet someone halfway, but it will be only to exploit that person in some way. They're blame shifting. So this is when they are going to shift all the blame of anything they have done over to you. Or they will say, if they've forgotten to do something, they will turn around and say to you, it's because you didn't remind me. They'll not go, oh yeah, I'm ever sorry, I forgot, I will make it up to you, and then actually make it up to you. They will go, well, you didn't remind me. So they will always find blame. They will always find a way to shift the blame over to somebody else. When a narcissist is caught cheating, they will often accuse their partner of not giving them enough attention. And this does not make it right to cheat on another person. All this shows, someone willing to cheat on someone shows that they don't respect that person. They don't have loyalty towards that person. They don't care for that person's feelings because they are willing to cheat. It also shows they feel entitled that they should be able to cheat because they will turn it around and say that you didn't give them enough attention. Within a narcissistic relationship, a narcissist often neglects their partners. They withhold attention, affection and support and offer those intermittent play nice to breadcrumb people, to give people that false hope of something that's not going to be when they do play nice. But that partner most often doesn't go and cheat on the narcissist. And those who do are self-aware that they are to blame for their cheating, regardless of what the other person has or hasn't done. They are aware that they went and cheated on the narcissist. A narcissist doesn't see it as cheating. They see it as you made them do it. Denying, which is cruel and calculated, because you can go to them with facts and evidence, you can go to them with screenshots, and they will still deny. They will do all they can to find a way to lie their way out of a situation, deny their way out of a situation. They will somehow turn it round to, you've misunderstood them, you've read the text of the wrong way, it wasn't them, it was someone who looked like them. They will find a way to deny all knowledge of the things that they actually do to you. And the more you might push them for information and closure or clarity, the more they will up their games to blame and hurt you. The more they deny, the more confused we feel. And the more, in some ways, you can then start to get that light bulb moment of, how can they not see? How can they not know? How can they not understand? And it's these thoughts that we need to keep fresh within our mind. They cannot see, they do not know, they cannot understand. They are just trying to meet a need of their own. They don't have the empathy to care for how it affects those around them. Triangulation is another form of gaslighting, as this is when a narcissist will tell you what someone else has said about you, or tell you what someone else thinks about you, or they will even go as far as, if you've got some form of insecurity, they will go overboard in complimenting somebody else about your insecurities. Or they will go overboard in pulling somebody else down about your insecurities. So they don't always do it directly to you. If you've struggled with weight issues, whether that's gaining weight or losing weight, so if you've struggled with putting on weight, they will accuse somebody else of being far too skinny and looking like a skeleton. If you've struggled with losing weight, they will accuse somebody else of eating too many cakes. They don't do it directly to you. They triangulate to chip away, and they find your weaknesses to use your weaknesses against you, as these are the things that are going to get you questioning yourself more. These are the things that are going to get you explaining yourself more, and these are the things that are going to get you defending yourself to the very person who is trying to bring you down, and will use your explanations against you to further manipulate you. They gaslight through finances, and there's lots of different ways. I'll add financial abuse up here. There's lots of different ways a narcissist will financially abuse someone. Often they will be borrowing money, whether they need to borrow money or not, with that promise of, I will pay you back. And then when they don't pay you back, they will come at you with, well, if you loved me, if you cared about me, I didn't think I'd need to pay you back. So they still twist it round onto you. Even though they promised to pay you back, suddenly they've forgotten that promise. Or they will bring something up that you owe them, even though you don't owe them, to get you to think, oh, do I? Did I? Oh. And then you drop the subject, and the narcissist gets away with their behaviour. And if you escalate the subject, they go through all the different gaslighting methods to leave you feeling full of doubt and on edge and confused. Which goes into the guilt trip, the if you loved me, you would. A narcissist will guilt trip you into doing things for them that you wouldn't normally do for another person. It's to distort your beliefs, to distort your values, so that they turn you against yourself through their gaslighting words. So when they come at you with things like, your brother would have done it, my ex would have done it for me, we have to recognise that that is our brother, that is our sister, that is their ex, that is not us. It doesn't matter whether, and most likely these form of triangulation, these people haven't actually done it for the narcissist. They're just trying to shame us in some way to do it for them. Or with the guilt trips, when they are coming at you with the woe is me and the pity plays. And sometimes it can be hard because some of the stories they are telling are actually true, or they seem true because the narcissist within themselves believes it to be true. So we can feel sorry for them. They almost use things that has happened to them as to excuse the things that they are doing to you, and it's very confusing, as you know, when you're living it. The love bombing is a form of gaslighting because they are selling you an illusion. They are selling you a false belief of something that is not meant to be. They are showering you with affection. They are showering you with flattery. They might be showering you with gifts. They will be doing all they can to love bomb you, to bait you into the relationship, to then deliver you a complete nightmare. Love bombing is to get you to believe they are a person that you would like them to be, but they will not turn out to be that person. Then that continuous loop keeps us trapped because we're always looking to get that person back. And another one is that future faking, when they fake the future with us, when they create that ideal of a future and they offer those breadcrumbs of hope with, oh, we'll do this one day, we'll do this next year, to keep us in that cycle. And because we lived the part where they were love bombing, we know them to be that person. And then when they offer that future faking, we can remember who they were and hope that we can somehow get that back one day. As they've shifted all the blame onto us, we are the ones that's left working harder to please them, not realizing that what we need to do is walk away from them. They devalue, so they crush your self-esteem. They are envious people, so they don't want you doing better than themselves, so they will put you down. And again, they will pick at your weak points to put you down, and then they will actually go for your strong points to invalidate your feelings on who you are as a person and your own capabilities, so that you are constantly questioning whether you are good enough. And you are good enough. It's just they are trying to control you by making you believe that you are not good enough. They will discard you, and often it's disengagement, it's temporary. When they have drained you of all your resources, whatever those resources are that the narcissist needed from you, they throw you out like they've got no use for you. But then when the supply isn't coming in from other people, or when you're healing and they see you doing well for yourself, they come back for the hoover, which plays into the future faking, because when they come back for the hoover, they will promise you those dreams of the future again, and I will change. And the guilt trips, I need your help to change. I'll go to counselling. We can work through this. Let's look for that home. Let's look at getting married. Let's have another baby. Let's have a baby. I'll not do it again. I'll not hurt you again. And they will. The thing is with people, when it comes to chances, the first chance we give somebody is our warning that that person might not be right for us. That then, if they respect who we are as a person, there shouldn't be a second chance, because they should care about us enough not to hurt us again. The second chance is our cue to leave the situation, to stay away from that person. And if we give them any more chances after that, then they're just taking advantage of us, which with a narcissist gaslighting, we often are made to believe that it is them that's giving us the second chance, when it's actually us that's giving them the second chance. So it's very hard to see what's happening while you're being gaslighted and while you're living it. Quite often many people come out of this situation and I saw that red flag, I felt that feeling, I knew, and yes, part of you did know. The thing is, you didn't know what you knew now back then. So it's difficult to see because you didn't know it then. It's easy once you know what you're looking for to think, oh, I knew that, I remember feeling like this at this occasion. But that's because you are aware now. Then you weren't aware that they were manipulating and gaslighting you. So yes, as much as blaming ourselves and taking responsibility for our own behaviour helps us grow, we have to let go of the belief that we were at fault for everything, because you were never at fault for everything. Abuse is abuse and there is no excuse. You don't do anything to cause another person to abuse you. That is on them, not you. The smear campaigns is a form of gaslighting. This is when they want to damage your reputation, damage your character to other people, to isolate you from support and from friends and from family. And it's very, very confusing. The more you try to defend yourself and explain yourself, you seem to play straight into their hands, because they've already set the game going. They've already said things to other people to then bait the reaction from you that matches what the narcissist has said. So people believe the narcissist and not you. They are gaslighting the other people into believing so many untruths about you. The best thing when it comes to a smear campaign is step away from the games and leave them to it. Incredibly difficult. Sometimes you do need to get authorities involved. With a narcissist, whatever they are doing is a game to meet their own need. We do have to have that radical acceptance of who they are as a person, learn who we are as a person, so that we can separate from the situation that we have been in. Writing it out and talking it out can help. Talk therapy can be very, very helpful as you gain that understanding, but you need to have talk therapy with somebody who understands the dynamics of what happens to you within a narcissistic relationship, because people who don't understand can often then seemingly come across as they are gaslighting you, not because they're meaning to, because they do not get it. They can almost enable the past abuse that's happened through talk therapy. So you need to find somebody who understands what you have been through and the complexity of what narcissistic abuse does to people. Talk therapy doesn't help everybody. Some people might try it. They might try it and just need to have a bit of self-care and then come back to it. But if talk therapy is not working for you, you have to find another approach. You are an individual person. Although, yes, the stories are very similar, the things that have happened to people are similar. We are individuals. We have our own thoughts, feelings, beliefs and opinions on things. So it's finding what helps you recover. I shall add the other video for gaslighting into the description, and I shall also add the video on limiting beliefs, as a narcissist gaslights us into not believing in ourselves. So part of the recovery process is starting to believe in our own thoughts and feelings again. I'll also add the video for how to handle your emotions in the description. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope everyone has a lovely day. Bye.